Hey, this is Pastor Tim Hayes with the Midweek Miracles. We're on part 4 of why isn't marriages and relationships working. And I believe that this topic today is definitely one of the most important things. I often tell people that your relationship requires more work after the marriage than before the marriage. You have to understand that marriage and relationships are nothing but a learning process. You will never, ever be able to figure your spouse totally out. You will never be able to figure your husband or your wife totally out. Because when life changes, unfortunately, we change. The woman that you marry, it won't be the same with the mother after she loses her mother. The man that you marry won't be the same with his son after he loses his son. So when things like death come and things like distractions, and when we have disasters and things that are life-changing, it changes us. And only how the marriage will work if the change comes is if you're willing to go through what I call a learning process. The reason why marriages are failing right now is because we give up on learning who our spouses are today, and we are so comfortable on who they was yesterday. I'm be honest with you. I got to a point in my own relationship where I was frustrated with the results of today. And I was looking at what I knew, not what was current. And I want to encourage you right now that don't base your marriage, don't base your relationship off of the past version of your husband or your wife. But I need you to embrace this newness. I need you to understand that every day is an opportunity to learn something new about your spouse. Every day is an opportunity to learn why they do what they do and how they do what they do. None of us stay the same. Some of us change every day. Some of you guys change your hair every day. Some of you all change your bedding every day. Some of you all have to, wear different lipstick every day. Some of you all have to wear different glasses every day. Some of us, we're just plain, we can just go with the same thing. And some of us like, no, I gotta have a pair of shoes for every outfit on my trip. I have to look different every day and things along those lines. But what I'm trying to encourage you is that we change every day. Some days I might wake up and I might be happy and I want to have breakfast. And some days I wake up, I might not be in the best of mood and I don't want to eat to lunch. Does that make me a less of a husband today than I was yesterday? And so what we have to realize in marriage, that learning never stops. We have to continue to learn our spouse. Learn them after every traumatic change. Learn them after every addition to the family, or every rejection, after every failure, after every level of appreciation. Because Tim working at McDonald's, or I worked at In a Tub. So Tim working at In a Tub is not the same Tim that's an entrepreneur that owns companies. I was working at the restaurant. Now I own a restaurant. Those are two different Tims. You can love me like I'm the worker. Now I'm the boss. And so what I'm trying to encourage you all today is that we got to get to the point in life where we want our marriages to work, and we have to realize that it's going to take us on a learning process. We can't stop learning. We can't stop learning our spouse. We have to. We have to continually, every day, dig deeper, make it new. Learn something, because whether you want to believe it or not, when life happens, it changes us. Not only does it change us, it changes how we feel, it changes how we think, it changes our mindset, it changes how we react to things, it changes how we trust things, it changes who we are depending on. I don't want your marriage to break, not because change has happened and we got so comfortable with who our spouse used to be that we can't accept who our spouse is today. You have to learn your spouse in every area of their life. I encourage all of us who are dating and in the dating realm that until you see your spouse in all 4 phases of seasons of life, then I wouldn't even bother. I wouldn't even commit. I need to see you up. I need to see you down. I need to see you happy. I need to see you sad, because every different one of those emotions creates a different character. And we might fall in love with the happy them, But what are we going to do with the sad them? We don't know that person because we never spent time to learn them. What are we going to do with the frustrated them? We don't know that person because we didn't spend time to learn them. I want you to dig deep in learning your spouse. There's a tool I like to use often. It's called the 5 love languages. I tell couples when I counsel them that you should do this at least once a year. Put your love languages in order. You can go online. It's a free test. It's called the love language test. And it's going to tell you about the 5 love languages. And then you put them in order. What's most important? What's least important? And I did a counseling with a couple months ago, and I married this couple. And we did the love language test again in our follow-up session. And you wouldn't believe it that their lists, both of them, totally changed. And as I explained to them in counseling, and as that I was happy that they came back to get more counseling because they realized this is a learning process, that now we have to learn how to love them this way. We were once loving them that way, but they don't require that amount of love no more. Because if I'm doing my job as a spouse, and I'm loving you correctly, and I'm healing you in areas, and allowing God to heal you in areas, in becoming whole, and we're becoming joint, and we're becoming one, we are different. We are better. We are more prominent. I want to make sure that you don't give up on your marriage because you don't want to learn who your spouse is. You don't want to learn what makes them cry. Too often we look at the reaction, but we never look at the reason. We see what they do, but we don't know why they do it. I'm encouraging you, if you want your marriage to work, you're signing up for a learning process. And every time I went to school, it seems like every year it got harder and harder. I got more work in less time. The same is with your marriage. You got more work in less time. Don't give up on this learning process. I believe that I'm going to do this for another 4 weeks. I'll see y'all next month. Why isn't marriage working? This is Pastor Tim Hayes with the Midweek Miracle. God bless you.